What's up, our metal family of the Forge? Hope everyone had a wonderful and safe holiday. Brandon Green and Ben Forty are here to bring you our most anticipated albums of 2021.
The releases in 2020 were absolutely amazing, and we're both excited to see what 2021 has in store for the channel. We wanted to take a second to tell you guys what we would like to do moving forward with Metal Forge reviews.
Of course, we will be keeping with the theme of top lists, best underground metal bands, and interviews, but we were talking about starting to implement merch in the form of limited run t-shirts. But the art will be custom from some of our favorite artists who work with the bands that we love. Is this something that you would like? Let us know in the comments.
We were also talking about doing user band submissions and starting a segment that covers mixing and composition reviews of newer bands. We'd be looking for bands and musicians to submit their albums for review, and also possibly some guest writers and YouTubers to have a special segment on our show. So, it could be me doing a review, and then Brandon doing a review, and then maybe you, if that's something that you're interested in. Or if you want to write a review for us and have us present it, that's also something that we'd be considering. Would you be interested in seeing any of this? Definitely let us know. Shoot us an email or leave a comment below. Some of our goals for 2021 will be to continue to grow the channel, work in some of our own music into the segments, maybe do some cover songs, and hopefully get back together again in the same room on our set that we made in early 2020. That would allow us to keep working on some sketch comedy and bring back some laughs to the metal community.
Lots in store for our channel. We love all of our fans who supported us through this amazing first year. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. With that, let's get to our picks. My first anticipated record of 2021 is Dread Sovereign Alchemical Warfare. This releases January 15th, 2021. I've been a huge fan of this band since All Hell's Martyrs in 2014. Absolutely crushing and amazing doom metal with beautifully sung clean vocals by Alan Averill of Primordial and Twilight of the Gods. This is old school doom, which totally worships the sounds reminiscent of Saint Vitus, Cirith Ungol, and there's even a little bit of Venom in there too. Fantastic band. If you haven't heard any of their discography yet, definitely do so because this band is a total hidden gem. Their new single, Nature is the Devil's Church, absolutely slays. Check it out.
Yoth Iria's As the Flame Withers is my first pick, and it is a band that I was not even aware of until I did the reaction video for one of their songs, and holy shit, I was floored. This is some of the finest mixtures of classic heavy metal mixed with black metal, black and roll sort of thing. It's just awesome. Hyper melodic. Definitely go check out my reaction video to that if you haven't already. This comes out early in 2021, and I'm sure it could very well possibly be maybe a contender for album of the year of 2021. Most likely at least one of the top black metal albums of the year. We'll see. That's a very early pick here, but I think Yoth Iria's got it in the bag for at least the first quarter of 2021.
Some strong words there, Ben, about Yoth Iria. Honestly, when you texted me and told me that I have to check that out, you weren't wrong. I think you're right, though. I think it's going to be definitely, at the very least, on the best black metal album list. Second pick on my list is Harakiri for the Sky, Maere. This releases January 29th, 2021. Ever since their single, I, Pallbearer, released, I have been completely stoked on this record. I've been a big fan of this band since the release of Aoki Gahara in 2014, but it wasn't until 3 Trauma came out in 2016 that I completely fell in love with Harakiri for the Sky. Their production is so organic and powerful, full of so much textural emotion that I cannot help myself but to revisit each release time and time again. Arson released in 2018, and that was a fucking masterpiece, so I have no doubt that Maere will be stellar. Also, with a song name like I, Pallbearer, really stupid joke here, Pallbearer should make a single called I, Harakiri for the Sky. Someone fire me, please. Ben, what do you got next?
I'm not gonna fire you. I'm actually gonna give you a raise for that one. That was really good.
From the ashes, monoliths of a long lost time. We brought our own destruction, but you apparent to the no right.
My next one is Ablaze My Sorrow, Among Ashes and Monoliths. Ablaze My Sorrow is one of those bands that in the midst of the 90s Gothenburg and the Stockholm melodic death metal blow up, they just kind of flew under the radar, but they are one of the finest in vicious, brutal, melodic death metal bands out there, and I was really happy to hear that they're finally getting back together. They're currently signed onto Swedish record label Black Lion Records, which actually really surprised me because they could probably get onto a bigger label if they wanted to. No offense to Black Lion, but I mean, it's Blaze My Sorrow. They're not any slouches by any means. So if you have not yet heard of Blaze My Sorrow, I definitely highly recommend the album Anger, Hate, and Fury. That is one of my favorites. And get ready for Among Ashes and Monoliths.
So cool to see that Ablaze My Sorrow is still releasing music. I'm super stoked for that record.
From above, their faces close to mine, slipped into this world from below.
The third release on my list that I am excited for is Tribulation, Where the Gloom Becomes Sound. Release is January 29th, 2021. Man, I love this band. Their most recent experiments with gothic rock and metal sounds really got me addicted to their vibe with the release of The Children of the Night in 2015. There's really no other way to describe their sound to me other than if the Cult started a black metal band, and honestly, it is one of the most refreshing mashups that I have heard in a long time. Their 2018 release of Down Below was also super fantastic, so I have no doubt that this record is going to be great. Their new single, Hour of the Wolf, sounds amazing, and it fits right alongside their previous masterworks.
Evergrey's Escape of the Phoenix is my next pick. With 2019's release of The Atlantic, it's really awesome to see Evergrey releasing consistently. They have been one of my favorite bands for, holy crap, like 15 plus years now. I love Evergrey. Having Jonas Ekdahl back in the band as one of their main songwriters, he's not only an amazing drummer, you could tell when he's in the band, everything just elevates. Their syncopation, they are known for their progressive, awesome, genty, I guess, kind of sort of syncopation, but they're not really a gent band at all. I don't know. I love Evergrey. I'm very excited to see what they come out with after The Atlantic. That The Atlantic was a real, true return to form for this band. Probably one of their best releases in a decade at least, and they are back to becoming some of the best in the progressive metal genre. Looking forward to Evergrey for sure.
I'm so psyched that Evergrey has an album coming out. The only thing that kind of bugs me, and this isn't even Evergrey's fault, is Bliss, my wife, makes this analogy all the time. She says that like the singer of Evergrey reminds her of Trey Parker from South Park. So now all I can see is just like a joke Evergrey band.
Now you're a man, man.
Hopefully I can get past that for the next album. Last one on my list is Humanity's Last Breath, Valde. Releases February 12th, 2021. I never thought I'd say I was excited for a deathcore release. Yes, holy shit. This band slays. They're brutal, dark as hell, completely artistic, and totally redefining the deathcore gent tropes that have been completely flooding and kind of ruining a lot of modern metal, in my opinion. I discovered this band on my Brandon Checks Out Deathcore series, which link in the description for that playlist if you want to see that, which basically is a series where I check out deathcore bands because I don't really know much about it. It's a genre I don't really listen to. Every single track that these guys put out from their new stuff, there's 3 amazing tracks, completely fucking blew me away. I have a lot of hopes for this album, and I'm really excited to hear the entire thing.
So my last bullet point here is not a single pick, but it is a wide variety of picks. Not saying that these are 2021 releases, but we should anticipate them to be coming out soon. We have At the Gates back at it. The Absence, who's I'm very excited to see what they have in store. Blind Guardian, always love me a good Guardian record. Deaf Heaven, definitely curious to see where they're going. Carcass, I think everybody kind of knew that they were in the studio. Fear Factory, which is unexpected, but awesome. Misery Index, and more. And there's also a bunch of records coming out from a bunch of classic heavy metal acts. I was like, wow, what are we in the 1970s right now? Seeing some of these names. We've got Uriah Heep, Alice Cooper, the Scorpions, Iron Maiden, and Saxon. Almost every one of these bands have been at it for 30 plus years. Anyone who craps on the metal genre isn't paying attention to the longevity, the timelessness of some of these acts, and the timelessness of the music too. These are bands that have, like I said, have been around for 30 plus years, and they're still making music. Their fans are still buying their music. Their fans are still going out to the concerts. Metal fans, you've got something to look forward to in years to come. There's so much to look forward to in 2021, like, I don't know, a vaccine and getting back to a somewhat normal routine, playing and going to shows. I mean, like, that's really one of the only times that I don't mind being out and about and among throngs of other people. When there's good music, good food, good friends, what more do you want to look forward to in 2021? Brandon, what are you looking forward to outside of what we just talked about?
Dude, I really hope a vaccine happens because I haven't seen you in 10 months, and that would be great to be able to get together again and do what we originally set out to do. Although there was a silver lining here with how we ended up shooting this. So I feel like it was still not for naught.
And friends, what are you looking forward to next year? A particular album or concert? Maybe there's a movie or a video game that has your attention? Come on, Age of Empires 4. Let's go. Let us know what you'd like to see from us or in general. Carpe annum. Seize the year, friends. Make 2021 yours. For John, go with the gods.